Hey there, this is Erica from Ever Educating, and this channel is teaching tips, tools, ideas, and resources for new college instructors. So if that's you, go ahead and click like and subscribe below. Today's video is another requested one, and someone asked if I can give some ideas for fun and engaging activities in a foreign language course. So I don't teach foreign language, but I did give it some thought and have a few ideas of how you can create activities for this particular type of teaching. So I think your best bet is to really gamify as much as you can your classroom. And so one option for this is Kahoot. I've talked about this before, I'll have links below. But in your case, for foreign language, potentially you can use Kahoot in a more quiz manner for doing terminology, translations, and the like. And you can make it a game with prizes, right? Because you can have your students put in their name as a nickname in Kahoot. And the winners, right, the ones who are able to translate the fastest, right, or who have the most translations correct, will get whatever prize you want to give. If that's a candy or an extra credit point or the chance to choose the next activity, it's up to you. But I do think gamifying with Kahoot is a simple way of making your class a bit more fun and interactive and colorful when you're designing that activity. If you're giving exams in your class, then in that case, I recommend Jeopardy as a good review game. So there are free templates that you can find online. I'll try to link one below that I used in the past. And in this case, it's made for you. You're just changing the information. So you have the category names, the questions and the answers, but everything else is already created. And again, that way you can have teams, right? You can have a gamified version of reviewing, so it's a bit more fun, have some kind of prize at the end again, and really give students a sense of, it doesn't have to just be remote, like, okay, I had the word in English, beach, and then what's in Spanish, playa, right? Rather than that, just like, do it. You can have, hey, let's play a game, let's review these terms, and we'll have categories like fun times, serious stuff, TV shows, whatever the case may be, and you can have your questions and answers in a Jeopardy game. So that can really help, especially during reviewing for exams. Flippity is another option. If you go to flippity.net, I do have some videos about that one below as well. But basically here, there's different games that you use Google Sheets to create, but the templates have been created for you. You just fill them in, say create game, and it creates it for you. So again, you can have flashcards on Flippity, you can have a prompt generator for a discussion you're gonna have in class, you can have crossword puzzles that are in the foreign language. So there are options here and they're all free. I recommend looking through them and seeing which ones match best for what you want to teach in your course. Bingo is another game that I really enjoy as an icebreaker, but I can see it being used as a regular activity in a foreign language course. So you might have the prompts in either the English or the secondary language, whatever the case may be, and you can have students have to answer the bingo using the foreign language, right? So in my case, the way bingo works is I have, let's say, 20 prompts, and there's 20 boxes on their bingo card. And so if one prompt is, what's your favorite food? You can have students go around and say, okay, fill out one of my boxes, but it has to be in that foreign language, right? So maybe you have, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and answer the prompt, what's your favorite food? And the answer is guava. And so you have a student have to write out guayaba, right, rather than guava on the bingo card. So that can be something that they might struggle with, but you can have like, okay, help each other out, right? In filling out the prompt, if you're not sure how to say this in the foreign language or write in the foreign language, ask the person that you're writing for help, right? Ask the person next to you, do a little group, come up to me as a professor and ask me for help, right, if you need it. So this can be a way of getting students to interact, but also getting them to practice that foreign language. That's another option as well, as just a fun game to play throughout the semester. So those are all games, but what about something a bit more serious? Potentially you're having students translate text in your class. In that case, when you have these more like academic assignments, then I think, one of two ways you can do this. Either if you know your students well, choose a text that will actually interest them. So if they have to translate a paragraph from one language into another, don't pick something boring, right? Pick something connected to sports because you have a lot of athletes, or connected to games because you have a lot of gamers. Or you can potentially say, okay, well, you have to translate a paragraph from this language into that one, but you can choose which paragraph from these list of 10, right? Or from these particular websites, right? Or from these particular topics. So something along those lines, so that students are like, okay, well, I really enjoy thinking about skateboarding. Let me find a paragraph about skateboarding that I can translate. Someone else is like, well, I'm a baseball player, so I want to translate something about those lines. So that can be a way of making things a bit more engaging as well. Having students, have the choice to choose what to work on when doing the harder stuff in your courses. And again, I have a video about 11 ways of including student choice in your classroom, which I'll also link below. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, go ahead and click like below. And again, I've never taught a foreign language course, though I do have a lot of students in my composition literature courses where English is not their first or even third language. So hopefully these are helpful, and I'll see you next time with a new video.